यार मिली मित्रों, जय हिंद। मैं कैप्टन एनजे सिंह एक बार फिर आपसे जुड़ा हूँ। इस समय मैं पटियाला में हूँ और छुट्टी पे हूँ। सो लेट मी फर्स्ट टॉक अबाउट वेयर आई एम राइट नाउ। What you can see in the background is the house cum office of my brother-in-law, who is a chartered accountant, and the house has been recently renovated. It has all the latest gadgets like the solar power generation, the segregation of the whatever is going out of the house, and it has the rainwater harvesting. So what we'll do, I'll first get ready and come back and then talk to you about a very serious topic. Just wait for a while. जय हिंद यार बेली मित्रों, मैं फाइटर बॉय कैप्टन एनजे से एक बार फिर आपसे जुड़ा हूं। इस वीडियो में हम आज बात करेंगे एक ऐसे टॉपिक की जो कि एविएशन रिलेटेड तो है, बट इवन एयरलाइन पायलट्स आर नॉट वेरी क्लियर अबाउट इट। दिस टॉपिक इज कॉर्पोरेट फ्लाइंग। नाउ in loose terms we do call it general aviation, general flying. Basically it is of two type. One is pure corporate flying and the second one is charter flying. There is minor difference between the two. Let's first understand this difference and thereafter we shall compare it with the airline flying. So corporate flying is when you get hired by a corporate. That means a company, say 1,000 crore company, they hire or they buy one aeroplane, so they need pilots. So you join them, you are one of the pilot who is flying their aeroplane, so you are in corporate flying. This kind of flying, generally you fly either one particular person, maybe his family, or a set of people who are in the top management of that company. So basically your clientele is very limited. Very limited people fly with you. So if those people are say punctual, those people are well managed, their people have their scheduled chalked out nicely, your life becomes easy. On the contrary, in case they are also that ad hoc type, then you will find that probably your life also will become similar to that. So this is one type. The second one is charter flying. Now charter flying is a company has a set of aeroplanes, anybody can charter them. It is like hiring a taxi. So you pay for that aeroplane, the aeroplane picks you up from one place, drops you other place. The basic difference from a corporate flying is every time you are going to fly with a new guy. So having understood the basic difference between the corporate and the charter, let's now combine this as general aviation and compare this with airline flying. Now the first thing that comes to any pilot's mind is job security. So let's consider that you are flying for a corporate, अच्छी कंपनी है, सही चल रही है, 1,000+ crore company. Something happens and the company starts losing money. So जब भी कंपनी का प्रॉफिट कम होगा या घाटे में आएगी, सबसे पहले फर्स्ट दे विल स्टार्ट कंसंट्रेटिंग ऑन दी कोर कॉम्पिटेंसी, दैट मीन्स जो उनका मेन काम है. तो अगर वो कोर कॉम्पिटेंसी पे आएंगे, सबसे पहले वो जहाज को बेच देंगी. वाई स्पेंड few hundred crores on an aeroplane plus the paraphernalia of pilots and the rest of the setup. So that means as per contract probably they will give you money and you will be on the road. Now the problem in corporate is that whichever aeroplane you are flying, say you are flying Falcon 2000 or Gulfstream or something, that kind of aeroplane available in the complete country would be maybe hardly 7, 8 or 10 or 11. So that means in case you come out of the present job, your chances of getting absorbed within the country, for that matter even outside the country, are very limited. Now compare it with the airline. If you are an airline pilot, it's much easier to get into another airline because most of the airline fly similar kind of aeroplanes. So the job security is on the lesser side when it comes to general aviation. The second thing that comes to mind is base. Now, to understand it, what I'll do, I'll divide this general aviation into two basic type of companies. One is that huge companies, that is two to 5,000 crores or maybe more turnover companies. So generally they will have their headquarters in Delhi or Mumbai or Bangalore or somewhere, and because they have their assets and business interest in different continents, maybe Europe, maybe South America, Australia, so they hire huge aeroplanes or aeroplanes which have much longer range, and these kind of companies will have similar kind of flying and similar kind of aeroplane and similar kind of pay and package, everything. Now compare this with another small company, maybe just about 50 to 100 crore company, but it is into mining or manufacturing, where most of its job is towards the eastern part of the country. Say you're based at Bhubaneswar or Raipur or something like that. So the kind of flying you will do there and the kind of aeroplane you will flying there will be very, very different compared to another corporate which is much bigger and a much stronger company. So you must compare, must check the company that you are flying, what base they are giving you, or what kind of places you will fly. Now airline flying is a very structured flying. That means it's very, very clear what all setup you are supposed to have. But corporate flying is not structured. To understand it, you can say that corporate flying is something like a startup. You will be doing everything. Probably you will be doing the flight planning, you will be doing checking on your times, you will be doing the weather. So you're basically more or less on your own, maybe one odd person to help you out in your doing your duty. Similarly, you may have to do your own DGCA clearances, DGCA, go to DGCA and get the license renewed and upgrade and whatever. These kind of companies which are not very big generally has the training which is as required by the regulator, which means unlike airline which they try and develop you into a better human being, probably they give you much more training than just the regulatory requirement. You will find that kind of a thing missing in the general aviation. Then comes the leave. If the company is good, they have sufficient pilots, it should not be a problem. But if you have one aeroplane, two pilots, then you find probably you will be into a different situation or difficult situation, because you tie up with your the person who owns the aeroplane, then when you can go on leave. The airlines give you additional perks. How they give you perk like any airline, you can fly domestically just by paying the airport charges. Also, if it's a full service carrier, then you're likely to have tie-up with other international airlines. So you can probably fly world over with bare minimum amount of money. So if you see all these things, it is not very structured in corporate. Also, one big difference. In corporate, if you join as a first officer, now upgrading to captain will be a huge task, because कोई एक कैप्टन छोड़ के जाएगा, उसकी जगह बनेगी, then probably the company will upgrade you. So the stagnation will take place. So whatever I have spoken till now, you will feel that corporate में फिर जाना ही क्यों है? But there are few points which are totally in favor of corporate. First thing, corporate में flying is much lesser. आप महीने का करीब 35 घंटे, 30 घंटे, 35-40 hours you fly. So if you have bags of flying, you have been flying for last 10-15 years, airline and lot of hours, you are not looking for hours, you want a little more time to yourself, probably for your family, then corporate flying fits into your requirements. Or you're a first officer and you find that airline at that present are not taking in any newcomers, probably you may join corporate flying for some time to build up certain hours before you can shift over to airline flying. Now how do you get into corporate flying? So corporate flying तो ठीक है, पर जाओगे कैसे, ज्वाइन कैसे करोगे? Well, corporate flying is by word of mouth. आपने कभी सोशल मीडिया पे मैगजीन्स में, न्यूज़पेपर में, एनीवेयर कभी भी आपने ऐड नहीं देखी होगी, बिकॉज ऑल द हायरिंग इज बाय वर्ड ऑफ माउथ. सो contact your seniors, contact whomever you know, pass your resume, and so that it get into the general aviation, and if they find that you fit in, probably they will call you. If you are a Fauji, please contact all your seniors who have left before you and who are joined either in airline or in general aviation, so that you can reach the right person. Other than the less flying, there is one more important thing that the general aviation gives you, and that thing is pay package. Now pay package is very wide as far as the amount of money you get. Very wide when I say. A small aeroplane like B200 C90 Pilatus, a first officer would be getting just about 75,000 to probably maybe a lakh per month, and captain would be getting somewhere around 2.5 to 3.5. Now compare it with a corporate pilot who is flying a say Gulfstream or Falcon or a Global Express. Probably a first officer also would be getting a pay of 3.5 to 4, and a captain definitely would be crossing 1 CR a year. So there is a wide variety of or wide range as far as the pay and package is concerned. So general aviation has its own pros, have definitely some cons also. So look into your requirement. If you are looking for it, follow these steps and join them. I'm sure you would have definitely gained a lot of information about general aviation. Now wait for my next video. Till then, Jai Hind.